So throughout college, I would do readings for people. And of course, it was more than just the cards. And a lot of people realized how intuitive I was. And I was always like the first person to ask when things were going on. One day I was in the cafeteria with one of my best friends at the time, and we had both just gotten trays of food, and we were walking to the table. And then the next thing I really remember fully was us sitting down, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, what just happened? She said, I asked you about something, and then all of a sudden you dropped your tray, your voice changed, and you started speaking to me a little louder than normal. And I just gently guided you and brought you to the table to sit, and you gave me all this information. I had no recollection of like any of the things that I said. So it was at that point I realized I had to start being more intentional, and I started looking for tools, and I found a few things that helped, but nothing that was like stellar. Grounding, intent was really key. And then my gifts just kept increasing and increasing. Like I would just know things like from the pit of my being that I shouldn't know. Or I would make decisions purely intuitively. I feel like if I could go back and change my whole life from 16 forward, like I would have just listened to my intuition, because at 16, I knew what I needed to know. And now it's taken me till, I guess it was 46, now I'm 47, to really understand what my gifts are. And I'm still learning, they're still expanding. And I realize it's like this ever growing thing. So, okay, I learned Reiki. Loved Reiki. It was a phenomenal tool to learn how to control energy, to receive energy, to send energy. I learned about limiting what could enter me and how. I was very blessed to meet a lot of phenomenal people who shared their information with me. Now, Reiki is just one tool. It's just, a form of energy that comes from God's source, and this is one way to do it. In essence, I was doing hands-on healing long before I knew what Reiki was. I just didn't know what it was. My mom had a friend, and I had touched her, and I knew she had lung cancer. So there were just things that would come through, and sometimes people would have pain, and I would touch them, and it was the same thing. So it was just an evolution of my gifts, and really becoming aware that the things I did that I could do were not things that everybody could do, because part of me kind of thought, yeah, everybody does this, right? Like I didn't know. To this day, I still believe everybody has gifts to one extent or another. It's just a little bit different. Okay, I'm going to pause here and we'll talk about Reiki next. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep listening. Love you all so much.